racing fans. Welcome to Racing Action from Flamboro Downs for this Sunday, March the 1st. Our first dash will go to post in approximately 15 minutes. Let's get a look at the changes on this evening's card of racing. Note in race number 1, we have a driver change, and it is on number 7, Crazy Horse Creek, the driver Damian McClellan. Damian McClellan will drive the 7, and scratched is number 9, Your Round. In the second race, missing chart line for number 3, Major Hill, a winner by 2 3/4 lengths in 2 minutes. That's the February 27th line. Friday night line for Western Fair for Major Hill. Note that Tyler Jones drives number 6, Smart Thinking. Tyler Jones drives the 6. In race number 3, scratched is One Stroker. One Stroker's out, and Anthony Hahn will drive number 6, Wicked Jewels. Anthony Hahn will drive number 6, Wicked Jewels. In race number 4, there are no changes. No changes in the 4th. In race number 5, driver change to be announced on number 5, Ideal Perception. Race number 6, number 3, Montana Slim, blinkers to blind bridle. That's blinkers to blind bridle. Race 7, no changes. No changes, race 7. Race 8, note that number 6, Crunch Hanover, the missing line from Friday night at Western Fair, 6th, beaten 5.5 in 2:01. And Jason Ryan drove. And the 9th race, a driver change to be announced on number 9, Chasing Bismarck, race 9 TBA. Field on post parade for the first one is Country Mouse. Brett McDonald for Carl Dawson and Teresa Large. Number 2 is Officer Soldier Boy. It is Tyler Jones for David Jim King and Brenda Darrable. Number 3 is Look Up at the Sky. Sammy Fillion drives for Brittany Kennedy and Money Clip Racing. Number 4, Dark Reality. Dale Spence for Brenda Duncan and David Duncan. Number 5 is Amberjack. Paul McKenzie for Vernon Cochran and Carl Eisenhower. And number 6, Late for Coffee. Jason Ryan for Dwayne Marfisi and Royce Broxton. Number 7 is Crazy Horse Creek. Damian McClellan for Barry Bird and Debbie Bird and Davy Gores. And number 8 is Be Blaze in Austin Sawyer for Darren Rayner and Bruce Cleaver. And 9 is Scratch. Let's look at this field. We'll start with number 5, Amberjack. And, well, the last couple races really good. Now, did get beaten by Beat Blazin' last time out, but Beat Blazin' has drawn post 8. And maybe Amberjack could turn the tables. Thing with Beat Blazin', though, did win from well off the pace last race, so maybe post 8 won't be a problem. But still, overall, I have liked the last 2 starts for Amberjack. I give this one a slight nod. Also, Vern Cochran's put up some strong numbers this year. Amberjack overall, I think this one gets the edge. 4 to 5 those, pretty low in price. You got to look at number 8, Be Blazin', because even though it's post 8, last time out was 7th and suffered early interference, was 8 1/4 lengths back at the quarter, worked on the outside and kept on driving and got by and won by 3/4 a length. Be Blazin' in Austin Surrey shows consistently good form, has 2 wins and 2 seconds in the past 4 starts, and, well, Be Blazin' is currently 7 to 2, offering a decent price. Number 6, Late for Coffee, was good at Mohawk 2 races ago, beaten just a length and 3/4. You know, in last race, even though 7th, was beaten just 2.5. Late for Coffee, it got off the gate very well last race, paid for it a little bit in the late going, but still overall, Late for Coffee. This one sent up by Dwayne Marfisi. Does show some pretty nice flashes. Is a bit of a win-shy type, though 1 win in 25 starts, but has hit the board in 10 of those 25. Late for Coffee, 7 to 1, I think is a contender. And number 3, Look Up at the Sky. This is one that's going to get a better post today and was beaten a length and 3/4 last race. Look, was way back early. Look Up at the Sky could be dangerous in here. Might be a sleeper play. Look Up at the Sky is 10 to 1 on the board. And I just think this one from post position 3 today might come right back and be much, much more effective. The first race will go to post shortly. My top one, number 5, Amberjack, is getting the love at 4 to 5. Gate is rolling for race number 1. Country Mouse, Officer Soldier Boy, and Look Up at the Sky on the inside. In the center, Dark Reality and Amberjack, and to the outside, Late for Coffee, Crazy Horse Creek, and Be Blazin'. It's a field of 8 for race number 1. Field 4, race 1, gathering speed, approaching the start. And the field for the first race is at the start of the rough, and Amberjack, Late for Coffee, Officer Soldier Boy, Country Mouse, and Be Blazin' is blazing on the outside and out wide, and the field sprints around that first turn. Late for Coffee driving against Country Mouse for the early lead, and Be Blazin' still marching, and Officer Soldier Boy is fourth away. It is Late for Coffee who's got the lead, but still driving. Be Blazin' wants to stride right up and get to the front. Be Blazin' is 5-1 on the board and takes over. Late for Coffee is second and is going to loop back around and reclaim the lead. And third is Country Mouse, and then racing fourth is Officer Soldier Boy. Amberjack is fifth. Then it is Look Up at the Sky, Crazy Horse Creek, and Dark Reality is trailing 29-1 opening quarter. Late for Coffee is 9-2 on the board and has the front. Leads Be Blazin', who's racing second. Country Mouse is third. They work up towards the half, and Officer Soldier Boy now is going to come to the outside first over. Then a gap of a couple. Amberjack on the outside is second over fifth, but now is kicking into gear. Then it is Look Up at the Sky and Crazy Horse Creek and Dark Reality. 101 halftime. 31-4 second panel, and it is Late for Coffee driving on the outside. Officer Soldier Boy. Be Blazin' third. Amberjack is second over fourth and went rough and went off stride. Country Mouse is racing fourth now, and then Crazy Horse Creek is kicking in. Look Up at the Sky on the inside, and then it is back to Dark Reality, and Amberjack is back trailing the field. Late for Coffee still with the front. Late for Coffee at 9-2 holds on to a slim lead. Be Blazin' now is out 3 wide towards the top of the stretch, 3/4, 130-2. Be Blazin' looking to track down Late for Coffee. Country Mouse now is looking to scurry up the inside as they come on down the stretch drive, and it is Late for Coffee and Country Mouse and Be Blazin'. Late for Coffee has got the win. Country Mouse second, then Be Blazin' and Crazy Horse Creek 159-4. On the board, we have a 6-1-8-7. The first range payouts: number 6, Late for Coffee, 11, 10, 5.90 and 5.10. One Country Mouse, $6 and $5, and 8B Blazin', $7.50. $2 Exactor, 65.70. Dollar Try, 170.40. Dollar Super, 1285.45. 20-cent Super, 257.09. First race, order of finish from the top: 265, 781, 43 scratch. That's 265, 781, 43 scratch on the bottom. First race, order of finish from the top: 265, 781, 43 scratch. That's 265, 781, 43 scratch on the bottom. Field for race number 2 on parade. 1 is Hound on the Beach. Jason Ryan for Alexandre LaRoche and Jean LaRoche. Number 2 is Magical Ian. Sammy Folia for Anthony Beaton and David Lumsden. And number 3 is Major Hill Austin Torrey for Gerard Demers and Francois Morin. And for I'd Imagine, Damien McClellan for Austin McEnany and Zachary Zanuzzi and David Ducharme and George Iftity. Number 5 is Bettor's Rush, Brett McDonough for Jason Woodward and Mike Vierderamo. Number 6, Smart Thinking, Tyler Jones for Kim BX. And number 7 is Sporty B, Dale Spence for Jack Moisev and High Stakes Incorporated. To get a look at this field, it's a field of 7. Well, fans, my play of the night with the missing chart line makes it more of a play on the night. Friday night went to Western Fair and did win by 2 3/4 lengths, so a good bounce-back performance. Major Hill is a classy veteran that is well down here at this level, and if you look at Major Hill's lifetime, 740,000 earned, well, and then you can add in another 3,000, so 743, about 7,000 away from the $750,000 mark. Major Hill with a major chance in here. Austin, sorry, for the fine barn of Gerard Demers, and off of a win Friday night at Western Fair. Major Hill 9-5. Number 2, Magical Ian, is one that raced in this class last race, dropped down to this level and raced a lot better, was third, beaten just a length and a half, and could certainly build off that last race start. One that's win shy, just 1 win in the last 32 starts, 3 lifetime, but Magical Ian can be used on the ticket. Semi-filia for Anthony Beaton, and is the second choice at 2-1. Number 5, Bettor's Rush, is one that's coming in off of a win in our bottom class. Crushing win, though, 7.5 lengths, 3 consecutive top 3s in the bottom class, so moves up. Bettor's Rush sent up a Jason Woodward, who's got some strong numbers, and Brett McDonald's 300-plus driver, and Bettor's Rush is currently on the board at 4-1. And then one more to look at is number 4, I'd Imagine. Well, this is one also that dominated a bottom class last time out, and also was second in a bottom class 3 races ago. So I'd imagine that this one might be okay in here off of that good last race. Damien McClellan for Austin McEnany. We'll see how he fares in against a tougher. But I think Major Hill just might have too much major class for this field, 9-5. Gate is rolling for race number 2. Hound on the Beach and Magical Ian on the inside. In the center, Major Hill, I'd Imagine, and Bettor's Rush. And to the outside, Smart Thinking and Sporty B. It's a field of 7 for the second race. There at the start off, Magical Ian, Major Hill, Bettor's Rush on the outside. Bettor's Rush is in a rush to try to get to the front of her Magical Ian, who uses that turn advantage, though. Magical Ian and Bettor's Rush, and then Major Hill is racing position to third. Now Bettor's Rush took back and found the pocket, and Major Hill says, I don't want to sit third. I'm going to drive on. He's getting some serious urging by Austin Sorry to get going, because it is Magical Ian at 5-1 who's got the lead on past the opening quarter to go, 27-2. Major Hill now is driven up to take the lead. Magicaline is racing second, and Better's Rush is third. Hound on the Beach is fourth, and then it is I'd Imagine and Smart Thinking and Sporty B. Now, it is Major Hill who's got the lead at even money on the board as they race off the turn heading up towards us. But Magical Ian is in a good stalking position in behind the favorite, a length and a half back. Better's Rush is third. Then it is Hound on the Beach and I'd Imagine. For the back is Smart Thinking, and to the outside Sporty B. 57-1 halftime, 29-4 second panel breather. And it is Major Hill, but Magical Ian is staying right close in the pocket. And Austin Sorry leading on down the backstretch still with Major Hill. Magical Ian and Sammy Fillion now locked down to the inside because Hound on the Beach is coming first over. And then moving up on the outside is I'd Imagine, second over fourth. Fifth on the inside is Better's Rush, trailing pair Smart Thinking and Sporty B. And it is Major Hill who's got the lead and is getting urging right now. Hound on the Beach is getting up a little bit closer. Magical Ian looks poised to blast up the inside, and I'd Imagine on the outside. Major Hill has some work to do. Up the inside comes Magical Ian, and on the outside it is I'd Imagine. Three across the track as they come to the finish, and it is Major Hill, I believe, who held off I'd Imagine with Magical Ian on the inside. Three-way photo in 156-3. Back in front of us, Austin Sorry and Major Hill, 13-year-old Art Major Bay Gelding, owned by Francois Morin, trained by Gerard Demers. First win this year, 51st lifetime for Major Hill. Mile of 156-3. The second race payouts. 3 Major Hill, 430 to 82.10. 4 I'd Imagine, 390 to 42. Magical Ian, 280. $2 exactor, $15. Dollar try, 25.35. Dollar super, 57.90. And a $2 double of 25.60. The second race saw her finish from the top 5-3-1-2-4-6-7. That's 5-3-1-2-4-6-7 on the bottom. Fans note in race number five, Ideal Perception, the driver will be Jay Harris. Jay Harris will drive 5, Ideal Perception in the 5th. Field for the third on parade. One scratch to his Brooklyn Strong. Den O'Brien drives and drains it on. Number 3 is Sansucci, Mike Whalen for Walter Whalen and Chris Nickel. And number 4 is Bunkhouse Boss, Semi Filia for Robert Kyle Fellows in Hut Racing. Number 6, Wicked Jewels, Anthony Hunt for Wilfred Perot and Grant and Joanne Kernow. And number 5, Doc Ernest, Damien McClellan for Kayla Hendry and Dr. Andrew Roberts. Field of 5 for race number 3. Let's get a look at this field. And, well, I'm going to start with number 6, Wicked Jewels, and Anthony Hahn with the catch drive. Wicked Jewels was a very competitive second here, beaten just ahead last time out to Stroker. Stroker's not back in here. And I just thought overall Wicked Jewels has shown enough form over the last 5 starts. A win, a second, and a couple of thirds that Wicked Jewels deserves top billing here and is the betting favorite at 4-5. Others to look at, how about number 5, Doc's Ernest, who is going to ship in from Mohawk. The last couple races at Mohawk, they weren't good, but also was facing much tougher. Did come home in 26-2 last time out at Mohawk and still finished beaten 7 3/4 lengths. That's kind of hard for Doc's Ernest to take, and Doc's Ernest is one that, well, was a winner in a non-winners of 2-3 starts ago, but the last couple races just not good at all. So now we'll change venues and probably have a very good chance to come bouncing back strongly, 3-5. Others, number 2, Brooklyn Strong. Brooklyn Strong was 4th in this class last race, and I think overall has shown some flashes of late. Now, the overall record is not great. It's not strong. But Brooklyn Strong, I think, has been a bit better of late and maybe could be a top 3 finisher here in this field of 5. And one more is number 4, Bunkhouse Boss. Well, the last couple races at Mohawk, not good, but was in the top 3 here at Flamboro. 4 consecutive starts before those last 2 tries at Mohawk. So Bunkhouse Boss should luck coming back here. Sent up by Robert Kyle Fellows. You get very capable Semi-Filion driving, 6-1. It is rolling for race number 3. Brooklyn Strong, Sansucci on the inside, Bunkhouse Boss in the center. To the outside, Doc's Ernest and Wicked Jewels. It's a field of 5 for race number 3. Field for the third, nearing the start. And the rough. Wicked Jules and Bunkhouse Boss, the first couple to drive. And then it is Brooklyn Strong, Sansucci, and Doc's Ernest is back trailing the field. But Wicked Jules was able to grab the early lead and is in front by about 2.5 right now over Bunkhouse Boss. Then a gap of 3 to Brooklyn Strong. Then it is Sansucci and Doc's Ernest, not so earnest just yet, is back trailing the field. And they race their way on towards that opening quarter. Wicked Jules 8-5 on the board, 27-4 opening panel. Wicked Jules leads it a length and a half. Bunkhouse Boss is keeping a close watch, and Brooklyn Strong is third, Sansucci fourth, and Doc's Ernest is trailing the field as they race off the turn. Wicked Jules is leading as they come up towards the half. Wicked Jules with the lead over Bunkhouse Boss off that 27-4 opening quarter. Brooklyn Strong is third. Now Doc's Ernest is moving on the outside and is racing fourth. Then Sansucci is on the inside, 58-2 halftime, 30-3 second panel breather. Wicked Jules takes them on down the backstretch, and Bunkhouse Boss is racing second. Doc's Ernest, as they straighten out on down the backstretch, now is coming on gamely. Doc's Ernest is moving earnestly now and has come on to take over second and is in pursuit of Wicked Jules. And Wicked Jules, as they race by 3/4, holds a lead of a length. 3/4, 128-1. Doc's Ernest on the outside second. Bunkhouse Boss is third. Sansucci fourth, and Brooklyn Strong is fifth. But it is Wicked Jules needing to fend off Doc's Ernest as the field turns for home. And third is Bunkhouse Boss, and they turn on down the stretch drive. Wicked Jules on the inside, Doc's Ernest on the outside. Wicked Jules and Doc's Ernest, and up the pylons is Bunkhouse Boss. But on the outside, it is Doc's Ernest who gets by. Wicked Jules second. Bunkhouse Boss third, 157-2. Back in front of us is number 5, Doc's Ernest. Damien McClellan is the winning driver. Doc's Ernest, a 5-year-old American Ideal bay gelding, owned by Dr. Andrew Roberts, trained by Kayla Hendry. Second win this season, third lifetime for Doc's Ernest, 157-2. Third race, payouts 5, Doc's Ernest, 280, 210, 210. 6, Wicked Jules, 250, 210, and 4, Bunkhouse Boss, 240. $2 exactor, $5.20. Dollar try, $6.20. Dollar super, $12.40. 20-cent super, $2.48. third race, so we finish from the top, is a scratch 54312. That's scratch 54312. And fans, our caretaker of the week, Tyler Benson. Tyler Benson, Flamboro Downs, caretaker of the week. Field for the fourth on parade one. Senior advisors Sammy Fillier for Courtney Bishop and John McQueen. Number 2 is Flying Art, Damien McClellan for Corey Fuller and Trevor John Yonke. Number 3 is I'm Victor, Jason Ryan for Kyle Stretch. Number 4 is Malvolio, Tyler Jones for Jacob Murray and Jason Albrecht. And number 5, Sonny Bowe, Brady Golliers for Melissa Loyer. Number 6, Playing Bad, Austin Surrey for Joe Pereira and Chelsea Pereira. Number 7, Redland Wrangler, Dale Spence for Stephen Charlton and Kathleen Charlton. 8 is Unison, Paul McKenzie for Mark Meegans. And number 9 is Cincinnatus, Jay Harris for Derek Anderson. Field of 9, race number 4. Let's get a look at some of the main players in here for the fourth race, or who at least I think they are. And we'll start with number 2, Flying Art. Well, the fans seem to agree with me. Now, look, this is one that certainly is not racing well right now, but did make more than $1,000 to start last year. No money so far in 5 starts this year, so changing venues, getting away from Mohawk, hoping to get back rolling, and I think shows enough speed that in this bottom class, I think Flying Art should be flying. 6-5, the favorite. Number 6, Playing Bad. Well, 3 and 4 and 5 races ago, had a stretch, was playing good because had a couple of seconds and a third. The last 2 races not as effective, but the last 2 were in the class above this, so now dropped back down. Those 3 top 3 finishes, they were all in this class, so I expect Playing Bad to get back to playing good. Austin Surrey for Joe Pereira, and is 13-1. I think there's a value in here. Number 3, I'm Victor. Makes a second start off of a layoff, and look, didn't do much at all last time out. But I think I'm Victor, one that did win 5 of 15 starts last year, could be a lot better here in this second start off the layoff. I'm Victor and Jason Ryan, 5-1. And number 8, Unison. Well, back-to-back thirds now. Has to deal with post 8, but, well, post 6 last race and got a third. Maybe he can handle post 8 for a share. Paul McKenzie driving and training Unison and is on the board at 9-1. Gate is rolling for race number 4. Senior Advisor, Flying Art, and I'm Victor on the inside. In the center, Malvolio, Sonny Bowen playing bad. To the outside, Redland Wrangler and Unison. And the second tier is Cincinnatus. It's a field of 9 for race number 4. Cincinnatus is well back at the start, and Redland Wrangler is going to drive well with Flying Art and Senior Advisor, as well as Sonny Bow. Field sprints around the first turn. Flying Art's got the lead. Redland Wrangler is second. Sonny Bow is third away. Senior Advisor is fourth. Malvolio is fifth, and then it is Unison to the outside, to the inside. It is back to I'm Victor and Playing Bad is playing eighth. They race on to the opening quarter. Flying Art 2-5 favorite has a lead as they work their way on around the turn. Redland Wrangler at 45-1 is second, and Sonny Bow is third. Senior Advisor is racing fourth on the turn, 27-4 opening quarter. Then driving on the outside is Unison and Paul McKenzie. Malvolio is now sixth on the inside, in front of I'm Victor. Then it is back to Playing Bad, and trailing is Cincinnatus. On the head up to the half off a 27-4 opening quarter halftime, 57-4, and Flying Art leads it by a length and a half as they work around the turn. On the inside, racing position second, Redland Wrangler. Sonny Bow grinding first over. Sonny Bow, length and a half back, now moves up, and Sonny Bow is trying to take over second and grab it from Redland Wrangler. That pair is both a length and a half back. Sonny Bow now has second. Redland Wrangler third to the inside. And then it is Unison and Senior Advisor. Then it is back to Malvolio and I'm Victor and Playing Bad in Cincinnatus, and Flying Art, the favorite, still leading. 3/4, 127. Flying Art and Sonny Bow and Redland Wrangler. And then it is Senior Advisor in Unison and I'm Victor on down the stretch. Round they come, and it is still Flying Art, who's flying well. Final move from Redland Wrangler, getting closer. Flying Art, though. Flying Art holds on to win. Redland Wrangler second, then Sonny Bow and Senior Advisor, 156-4. There's the winner of the fourth race, number 2, Flying Art, Damien McClellan, with the driving double. 10-year-old Art Major Bay gelding, owned by Trevor John Yonke. Corey Fuller, the trainer. Flying Art, victorious, 156-4. The fourth race, number 2, Flying Art, 280, 210, 210. 7, Redland Wrangler, 2120 and 940, and 5, Sonny Bow, 270. $2 exactor, 63.70. Dollar try, 191. $40 super, 666.90. 20-cent super, 133.38. Dollar pick 3 is 5.40. 20-cent pick 3, $1.08. the fourth race order of finish from the top. 417-836-259. That's 417-836-259 on the bottom. field on Post Parade. One Crazy World, Jason Ryan for Kathy Chikeen. Number 2 is Kingston Panic, Austin Soray for Gerard Demers and Jean LaRoche. Number 3 is PH Jim, Tyler Jones for Vern Cochran and Edward Gorg. Number 5 is Ideal Perception, Jay Harris for Anthony Beaton and Lisa LaFord. And number 6, Hollywood Dale, Brady Golliers for Cassidy Schneider and Frank Girovolati. And Colonel Schneider Jr. And number 7 is Buck and Better. It's Anthony Hahn for Meg Crone and Scott and Lisa Henry. And number 8 is Looking Like a Million, Alan Malloy for Jody Cullen and JJJ Stables and Paul Sanders. 9 is Wild River Bumblebee, Sammy Filia for Julie Wachter and Dr. John Bradbury. And number 4 is Highland Hot Sauce, Steve Houdon for Michelle Bowen. Field of 9. Race number 5, Jay Harris drives 5, Ideal Perception. And let's get a quick look at this field before the 5th race and final leg of the pick 5. And, well, Ideal Perception is my top choice in here. And, well, why not? Because it drops in class, and Ideal Perception is one that has a lot of back class, 40 wins lifetime, made 61,000 last year, a veteran that still just keeps on going, 9-year-old Ideal Perception, and raced credibly, 4th beaten 2 3/4 against much tougher last time out. Ideal Perception fits very well in here, has excellent gate speed, likely to fire early with Jay Harris driving. Ideal Perception 8-5. Number 8, Looking Like a Million, makes a first start in Ontario and comes in for Jody Cullen. And first start for Jody Cullen with Looking Like a Million and Alan Malloy driving. And you do see enough overall ability. This one made almost $2,000 a start last year. Looking Like a Million and Alan Malloy. I think is one that could be better than the 12-1 on the tote board suggests. Last race was in the middle of January. That is a concern, of course. But sometimes first start for a new barn, it's nice to have a little time off to tinker and get things right. And they can often come out and be very good, 12-1. Number 3, PH Jim, is one that's got a couple of wins, a second and a third in the past 6 starts, and was a competitive 4th here last race. But I think PH Jim from post position 3, again, I think overall can be a top 3 factor in here. Tyler Jones for Vern Cochran. Vern's put up some solid numbers. PH Jim is getting love on the board at 9-2. And number 2, Kingston Panic, is one that won here in a class below this one 2 races ago. Did not fare well at Mohawk last race, so now we'll try things here. But it's Austin Soray and Gerard Demers teaming up, and that's been a strong connection. This is one that doesn't have a good record overall, but this is just the 3rd start for Gerard Demers, and did win here February the 15th in the first start for Gerard. So Kingston Panic and Austin Soray 3-1. Gate is rolling for race number 5. Crazy World, Kingston Panic and PH Jim. In the center, Highland Hot Sauce and Ideal Perception. To the outside, Hollywood Dale, Buck and Better, and Looking Like a Million. The second tier, Wild River Bumblebee. It's a field of 9 for race number 5. Here they come. And the field for the 5th race is at the start of the rough, and PH Jim, Kingston Panic, Ideal Perception comes blasting out from the middle of the gate. Ideal Perception is going to stride right out and grab the lead. Racing second, Kingston Panic, then PH Jim. Crazy World is fourth away. Then Wild River Bumblebee and Highland Hot Sauce. Then Looking Like a Million and Hollywood Dale and Buckin' Better. But Ideal Perception has the early lead, 4 to 5 on the board. And Kingston Panic is racing position second. PH Jim is third. And Crazy World is fourth, 27-3 opening quarter. Wild River Bumblebee fifth in front of Highland Hot Sauce. Looking Like a Million, Hollywood Dale and Buckin' Better. And they race off the turn. Ideal Perception leads as they race off the turn and is in front by a length and a half, and rolling second, Kingston Panic enjoying the view. Crazy World is working first up third, and on the inside, 3 off the lead is PH Jim. Then fifth is Wild River Bumblebee, half of 56 and 4. Highland Hot Sauce is sixth, and then well back is Looking Like a Million, and further back to Hollywood Dale and Buckin' Better. Ideal Perception leads by about 2 1/4. Ideal Perception strong over Kingston Panic, and then PH Jim now has reclaimed a third, and Crazy World is fourth, but Ideal Perception continues, and so far is having an ideal race. 3/4, 124 and 3. Ideal Perception, Kingston Panic is trying to stay close, and then a gap of about 5 to PH Jim and Crazy World, and on the inside, Wild River Bumblebee and Highland Hot Sauce. And the field turns for home. Ideal Perception is slowing a little bit. Kingston Panic hoping to pounce late. Ideal Perception, though, is still sharp to the finish and is going to win and take it a length and a half. Kingston Panic second. Then it was PH Jim, Highland Hot Sauce, and Wild River Bumblebee. 153 and 4 for Ideal Perception. The fifth race payout, 5 Ideal Perception, 370, 220, 210, 2 Kingston Panic, 360, 270, and 3 PH Jim, 390. $2 exactor, 1260. Dollar try, 26.50. 20-cent high five, 184.98. 20-cent pick five, 17.88. fifth race order finish from the top. 623-418-975. That's 623-418-975 at the bottom. Field on parade for the sixth one is Parlay King, Dale Spence for Bill Budd and C.E. Lawrence. Can Be a Treasure, Sammy Fillier for Cassidy Schneider and Colonel Schneider Jr. Number 4 is Respect Our Flag, Jason Ryan for Jody Cullen, Paul Sanders, and Travis and Ron Cullen. 3 is Montana Slim, David Kelly for Stephen Crump. And number 6, Wildcat Rocky, Jay Harris for Dale Hurd and Wildcat Stables and Antonio Tangretta. Well, let's get a look at, and by the way, there's Nazaire Brady Colliers for Joe Pereira and William Gillen. Let's get a look at this field, race number 6. Want to start with number 4, Respect Our Flag, and well, did win in the class below this one last time out. Now moves up, but also belongs with this group because this is a veteran with more than 600,000 earned lifetime. Had a good year last year. Really does belong nicely with this group and is getting respect on the tote board at 3-1. And of course, Jason Ryan for Jody Cullen. Jody sends them ready. And the other thing too is Jody never puts a horse where it doesn't belong. That's a big part of the success of the Cullen barn is horses racing where they go. And Respect Our Flag, and Jason Ryan deserves the respect in here and is getting it 5-2. Number 1, Parlay King, is one that was a winner here 2 races ago and then tried Mohawk last race to finish second. So the recent form on Parlay King is really good. Dale Spence for Bill Budd, Parlay King, inside post, 2-1, getting lots of love. And at number 6, Wildcat Rocky, well raced in a class below this one, 2 levels down actually, and was a winner last race. But Wildcat Rocky in the past has been somewhat effective against tougher. Wildcat Rocky and Jay Harris for Dale Hurd, I think could be a top 3 in here, 7-1. And number 5, Nazaire is getting a lot of love. Now, look, the last 3 races at Mohawk, not good, but also facing some really tough ones. You go back 4 back, and this one racing in a condition class January the 23rd at Mohawk was a winner in 54-2. Nazaire, Brady Colliers for Joe Pereira. This is a 6-year-old that's done some nice earning end in his career. Brady Colliers is certainly rolling, and this horse did take a mark of 49-2 last year at Mohawk and made 89,000 in 32 starts. So it all adds up to a horse that, despite the recent form, should be a big player in here. 9-5, the tote board agrees. Gate is rolling for the 6th, Parlay King, and Can Be a Treasure on the inside. Montana Slim and Respect Our Flag in the center. To the outside, Nazaire and Wildcat Rocky. It's a field of 6. It is race number 6 on a Sunday night at Flamboro Downs. Here they come. Field for the sixth. He's at the start of the rough, and Nazar and Wildcat Rocky can be a treasure. Respect our flag. Then Montana Slim and Parlay King in the field works around that first turn, and Nazar on the outside, 3 wide, driving on, and Nazar is going to press up and take the lead. Can be a treasure is racing, filling the pocket. Respect our flag will drop over to the pylons third, in front of Wildcat Rocky. Then it is Montana Slim and Parlay King. Nazar 9-5 on the boards, got the lead now for Brady Golliers, and advantage is a length and a half. 28-second opening quarter. Can be a treasure is second. Respect our flag is third. Wildcat Rockies racing fourth. Then Montana Slim and Parlay King. It's Nazar and Brady Golliers. 9-5 favorite on the board with the lead as they race off the turn. Can be a treasure is in a good spot, riding in the pocket. Respect our flag is on the inside, first up third, and will stay on the inside because Montana Slim is moving aggressively. Parlay King's on the outside. Respect our flag on the pylons, and Wildcat Rocky on the outside. 3 to the inside, 3 to the outside. Halftime 58-3, and Nazar is leading, and Montana Slim is forcing the issue. Can be a treasure. Third to the inside, but now Parlay King moves up and takes over third. Can be a treasure on the inside fourth. Wildcat Rocky and Respect Our Flag in the field hustles on to 3/4 off a 58-3 halftime. A lot of action in this race, and Parlay King's out 3 wide. Center of the track is Montana Slim, and still on the inside, Nazar and Montana Slim. As the field works their way towards the top of the stretch. Can be a treasure on the inside, a little bit closer. Parlay King. And then it is, as they come on down the stretch, Wildcat Rocky, but it is Montana Slim who's got the late lead. Montana Slim and Nazar. Montana Slim wins it. Then second appeared to be Nazar over a closing Parlay King, 156-1. Coming back in front of us, number 3, Montana Slim. David Kelly is the winning driver. Stephen Crump, the owner, along with Kyle Crump. David Kelly, the trainer. First win this season, 11th lifetime for Montana Slim. The sixth race payouts, number 3, Montana Slim, $14.60, $4.260, 5 Nazar, $3.82.30, and 1 Parlay King, $2.10. $2 exactor is $62.90. Dollar try, $65.55. Dollar super, 212.05. 20-cent super, $42.41. 20-cent pick four, $7.31. the sixth race, where we finish from the top, 351,624. That's 351,624. Field on post break for the seventh. One is Happy Play. Rob Jenkins Jr. drives and trains for Jeffrey Kelly and William Burgess. Number two is L.A. Lou, Mike Whalen for Walter Whalen. And number three is Snowport, Tyler Jones for Craig Gilmore and Gino Toscani. Number four is Concern, Todd Ratchford for Mary Ratchford and Brady Doyle in Salzburg Stables. Number six, Wildcard Bet, Jeffrey Hunt for Pamela Goodale. Number five, Can't Control Carl, Paul McKenzie for Michelle Olson and Roger Ferguson. Number seven, Rock My Lou, Bertie Golliers for Terry Gallant and Max Webster and Ryan McLaughlin. Number eight, Losing My Marbles, Damien McClellan, Bud Sinclair and Linda Richardson and Quentin St. Clair. And nine is Wicked Plan, Jason Ryan for Tim Myers and David Omicelli. It's a field of nine for race number seven. Let's get a look at this field. We'll start with number six, Wildcard Bet, who's 7-1 on the board. Now, did win here in this class last time out, but look, has had 10 starts and only one of them was a top three finish. But it did come here last time out, and also this is just the third start for Pamela Goodale. This one did not race well here January the 11th, but then came out February the 15th, missing that time and got things much better put together and came home strongly, 29-2. Wildcard Bet looked good and looks to come back here on March the 1st and score another win. Wildcard Bet is currently 9-1 on the board. Number five, Can't Control Carl. He's had a couple of good starts here. The last one battled hard on the outside and did tail off in the late going, but still overall, if you look at the last 3 or 4 starts, I think Can't Control Carl has flashed enough to think that maybe this one can be pretty effective in here. Sent up by Michelle Olson, who has a 301 training average. Paul McKenzie driving. Can't Control Carl is 2-1 on the board, the favorite. Number 9, Wicked Plan, is one that's making a second start off a long layoff. Did not do much in that first start back February the 21st. But look, this is one that has flashed nicely. Still hasn't quite put it all together, but still, Wicked Plan has done some nice things. But the trailer post, maybe I'll wait till next week. Wicked Plan, Jason Ryan for Tim Myers. Certainly capable of winning in here, though, and he is 9-5. And number 3, Snowport, is one that hits the board often. And look at last race. Led a long way from post 8, second beat in the length. Has done some nice things of late. The one thing that he hasn't done is win. Has got 42 starts without a victory, but one that you could use on the ticket, 2-1. Gate is rolling for race number 7. Happy Play, L.A. Lou, Snowport to the inside, and the center Concern. And Can't Control Carl to the outside, Wildcard Bet, Rock My Lou, and Losing My Marbles, and the second tier, Wicked Plan. It's a field of 9 for race number 7. And the field for the 7th race is in the stretch, gathering speed. They're at the start of the rough, and Wild Card Bet, Snowport, and Concern are the first 3. Then Happy Play is fourth away. Then it is back to L.A. Lou, and further back, that is Wicked Plan and Can't Control Carl, and Losing My Marbles as they work on around the turn. And then further back, Rock My Lou rocked off stride early and is way back and out of it. But right now driving, that is Wild Card Bet, who's coming on now to take the lead. And Wild Card Bet is on top, 28-second opening quarter. Snowport is racing second. Then Concern on the inside third. Happy Play is currently playing fourth in front of L.A. Lou. Wicked Plan is sixth, and seventh is Can't Control Carl. And Losing My Marbles is trailing. Wild Card Bet at 6-1 has the lead as they race off the turn off a 28 opening quarter. And Snowport is shoveling along in second. Concern is racing third. Happy Play and L.A. Lou. Then to the outside, Wicked Plan and Can't Control Carl. And Losing My Marbles. Halftime was 58-2. Wild Card Bet and Jeffrey Hunt leads on into the backstretch. Advantage a length and a half. Snowport enjoying the view in the pocket. And Concern is flashed to the outside right now. And he's coming to call, quickly moving up first over. And now Concern is looking to provide some concern to Wild Card Bet. It's Wild Card Bet and Concern and Snowport and Wicked Plan. And now Concern has taken over 3/4, 129-1. And Concern, Wicked Plan on the outside is getting closer. Wild Card Bet has dropped back to third. And Snowport is wheeled off the pylons and is racing fourth. Then it is Can't Control Carl and Happy Play. On down the stretch round they come. Concern, and Todd Ratchford has no reason for concern now. Is going to cruise at the finish. Wicked Plan second, then Snowport and L.A. Lou 158-3. Coming back in front of us, the winner of race number 7, number 4, Concern, Todd Ratchford's the winning driver. Concern is a 3-year-old Sweet Lou bay gelding owned by Brady Doyle and Salisbury Stables. Mary Ratchford, the trainer. First win for Concern, 158-3. The 7th race payouts for Concern, 11-10, 410, 250. 9 Wicked Plan, 250, 210. 3 Snowport, 210. $2 exactor, 42.70. Try, 74.35. Super, 327.20. 20-cent Super, 65.44. seventh race from the top down, 643 175 982. That's 643 175 982. And once again, note our caretaker of the week at Flamboro Downs, Tyler Benson. Tyler Benson, Flamboro Downs caretaker of the week. Field on post for the 8th. 1, Asher's Basher, Mark McDonnell for Gord McDonald. Number 2 is Palladium Hanover, Jay Harris for Francis Guimet. Number 4 is Connor B, Paul McKenzie for James Dean and Trailer Park Guys. Number 3 is Curious Cortez, Sammy Filia for Pierre-Marc Longpre. 5, He's Sporty, Damian McClellan for Bud Sinclair and Jim and Doreen Flynn. Number 6, Crunch Hanover, Jason Ryan for Janiyah Gallant and Shane Barrington and Max Stable. Number 7, To Jennifer's Credit, Brady Golliers for Sean Arnott. And number 8 is Silver Beast, Austin Surrey for Tess Waxman and Levi Kepfer. It's a field of 8 for race number 8. Let's get a look at this field. And I want to start with 1, Asher's Basher. Now, Asher's Basher is moving up in class, but I just think this one's racing consistently well. It might be too much to ask, but I also will likely get some price. 9-1 on the board. Asher's Basher from post position 1 and has gate speed. Asher's Basher could be interesting. Mark McDonnell for Gord McDonald. Others to look at, how about number 2, Palladium Hanover? And this is one with a lot of back class that made $81,000 last year. Now, the recent form isn't great on Palladium Hanover, but drops further in class, and you'd have to think Palladium Hanover soon will get back rolling. Races for a strong barn, and races down in class. Palladium Hanover 6-5 is getting a lot of love. It's just tough, though, off of back-to-back 8th and then a 7th and a 6th and a 7th. Palladium Hanover, the 6-5 favorite. Number 3, Curious Cortez, is one that 2 starts ago made a break here, and well, that ruined his chances. And last race raced well until late in the mile, tired off, but now drops further in class. Curious Cortez, I'm curious to see how well this one handles this bottom class, because I wouldn't be surprised if he wins. Semi-Filia for Pierre-Marc Longpre, 12-1. And number 8, Silver Beast. Well, it's a tough post position, and Silver Beast is one that the last start wasn't good, but the starts before it pretty fine. And look at even that last one was beaten only 3 lengths, finishing 5th, but certainly raced well before that. And this is a horse that won 14 times last year. Has had only 3 starts this year, a second and a third and 3 tries, but a veteran with lots of back class. Silver Beast, Austin Sorey for Tess Waxman, and is getting love despite the post 5-2. Fans have gone to 2, Palladium Hanover. I'm taking a flyer on 1, Asher's Basher at 8-1. It's a field of 8 for race number 8. Starters called the field. Taking up their positions, Asher's Basher, Palladium Hanover, Curious Cortez on the inside. In the center, Connor B and He's Sporty. To the outside, Crunch Hanover, To Jennifer's Credit, and Silver Beast. It's a field of 8 for race number 8, and they're at the start of the rough. And Asher's Basher leads with Connor B. And blasting from the outside is Silver Beast as they fire on into the turn. Silver Beast is able to drive on over him and grab the lead, and Asher's Basher fills the pocket. Connor B. is third. Then Curious Cortez and Palladium Hanover. Then it is back further to Jennifer's Credit. He's sporty, trailing his Crunch Hanover. Silver Beast, the 2-1 favorite, leads on up to the opening quarter. Asher's Basher at 5-1 is second. Connor B is currently being third in front of Curious Cortez, and racing fifth Palladium Hanover. Then to Jennifer's Credit, and he's sporty, and Crunch Hanover is trailing off that 27-1 opening quarter. The field heads their way towards the half, and it is Silver Beast and Austin Surrey with the front. Asher's Bashers racing position second, working in a little closer in the pocket, and Connor B is racing third. Now Curious Cortez starts to work on the outside, and now is going to move back over to the pylons because Palladium Hanover is going to work first over. In front of to Jennifer's Credit. Then it is He's Sporty and Crunch Hanover, 56-2 halftime off that 27-1 opening quarter. And Silver Beast is rather beastly so far and leads it by 2. But Asher's Basher now getting closer, in Connor B now is able to be second, and Asher's Basher is racing on the inside third. It is Connor B to take over. 125-3 the three-quarter time. Connor B, Silver Beast, and then Curious Cortez, and Asher's Basher is kind of blocked and now needs to get out as the field turns for him, but on the outside is Palladium Hanover, and the field comes on down the stretch drive, and Connor B's got the lead. Connor B, Curious Cortez, and darting up the inside is Asher's Basher. Connor B is going to win. Connor B, Curious Cortez, then Palladium Hanover and Asher's Basher. 155-4. Back in front of us, the winner of race 8. It's number 4, Connor B. Paul McKenzie, the winning driver. Connor B is a 4-year-old Big Jim Bay gelding, owned by Trailer Park Guys of Campbellville. James Dean, the trainer. First win this year, 4th lifetime for Connor B. 155-4. Eighth race pounds for Connor B. 10-10, 520, and 320. 3 Curious Cortez, 520 and 380, and 2 Palladium Hanover, 360. $2 exactor, 55.70. Dollar try, 216.75. Dollar super, 444.95. 20-cent super, 88.99. 8th race, order of finish from the top. 432 17586. That's 432 17586 on the bottom. Field on post parade for race 9. One is Gascoigne Sunday. Jason Ryan drives and trains and owns. Number 2 is Southwind Sambuca. Brady Golliers for Vic Putty and Gord McDonald and Christopher Boland. Number 3 is Sergeant Slaughter. Damien McClellan for Vic Putty and Limco Incorporated. Number 4, Party in the Shadows. Austin Sorry for Gerard Demers and Francois Morin. 5 is Smokestack. Andre Goy for Brett Lester and Michelle Etard. Number 6, Joe DiMaggio. Paul McKenzie for Tamara Karasak. Number 7, Sir A. Jay Harris for Cassidy Schneider and Colonel Schneider Jr. It is Brightside Maseo, Sammy Filia for Julie Walker and Darlene Carr. And number 9 is Chasing Bismarck, Mark McDonnell for Tamara Karasak. Let's get a look at this field of 9 for race number 9. I want to start with number 3, Sergeant Slaughter, one that drops from Mohawk to come in here and try this somewhat lower level condition class. And this is one that was a pretty strong earner last year that really hasn't made much money this year, but Sergeant Slaughter with the drop in class is one that's got to command your attention. Sergeant Slaughter is 3-1 on the board. Number 2, Southwind Sambuca, well, also is getting away from Mohawk, looking to get things back rolling, and also was a decent earner last year. Took a mark of 51-2 at Rideau Carlton. Southwind Sambuca, you get the red hot Brady Golliers for Vic Putty. Southwind Sambuca, a contender for sure, 5-2. Number 4, Party in the Shadows, is one that dropped down to this class last race and was the betting favorite. Kind of disappointed. Raced okay to finish 3rd, but look, battled first up. Just didn't get the right trip. But Party in the Shadows could be very dangerous in here. Is the 8-5 favorite. You get Austin Sorry for Gerard Demers. Both are having strong seasons. Party in the Shadows, 8-5, is one that's got more than enough to win in here. And number 1, Gascoigne Sunday, well, one with 43 lifetime victories, and is one that last race was just 4th, but finished with broken equipment and did score a 2nd at Mohawk 3 races ago. Gascoigne Sunday, I think, is more of a fringe player right now in this spot, but still is an overall veteran that's proven. And Jason Ryan driving and training Gascoigne Sunday. Inside post could be a trip horse and land on the ticket, 13-1. Fans around number 4, Party in the Shadows. Well, now they've gone to Southwind Sambuca, 6-5. But my top one is number 3, Sergeant Slaughter, 2-1. Gate is rolling for race number 9. Gascoigne Sunday, Southwind, Sambuca, Sergeant Slaughter to the inside. In the center, Party in the Shadows and Smokestack. And to the outside, Joe DiMaggio, Sir A. Brightside Maseo. In the second tier, Chasing Bismarck. It's a field of 9 for race number 9. And the field is at the start of the rough, and Sergeant Slaughter is out quickly with Joe DiMaggio, Gascoigne Sunday, Southwind Sambuca, and Chasing Bismarck is fifth way as they work around the turn. Then Party in the Shadows and back to Smokestack and Sir A. And Brightside Massey was trailing the field, and Southwind Sambuca broke stride. Sergeant Slaughter has got the lead. Gascoigne Sunday is filling the pocket. Joe DiMaggio is racing position third in front of Chasing Bismarck. Party in the Shadows is fifth, and Smokestack is sixth right now. Then Sir A and Brightside Maceo. 28-1 opening quarter. Sergeant Slaughter, 4-5 favorite now, has a lead of 2 lengths over Gascoigne Sunday. And Joe DiMaggio is third as they circle the bases and head up to the half. And racing position fourth right now. That is Chasing Bismarck. Party the Shadows now is going to party on the outside. And we'll have cover. Joe DiMaggio took out from third. Racing sixth is Smokestack. Grabbing seventh, Brightside Maceo, and Sir A is eighth. 58-1 halftime, 32nd second panel, and Sergeant Slaughter's got the lead, but Joe DiMaggio is getting closer now and is only about a length back. Inside racing third, Gascoigne Sunday, and Party in the Shadows now is partying closer to the lead. Sergeant Slaughter being seriously tested by Joe DiMaggio. They race on to three quarters. Joe DiMaggio sticks a nose in front. Sergeant Slaughter is game on the inside. Parting the Shadows is racing position to third and is only a length off the lead. And inside fourth is Gascoigne Sunday. Then it is back to Smokestack, and now Brightside Maceo is coming late and coming hard, and then Chasing Bismarck and Sir A. Off three quarters, 126-3. They come on down the stretch drive, and Sergeant Slaughter is charging at the finish, and well, Sergeant Slaughter is going to win and take it by 3. Gascoigne Sunday second. Thirds between Joe DiMaggio and Chasing Bismarck. Mile of 154-4. Sergeant Slaughter. There is number 3, Sergeant Slaughter, the winner. Damien McClellan with a third win on the evening. Sergeant Slaughter, 6-year-old Big Jim Bay Gelding, owned by Limco Incorporated. And Gord McDonald and Christopher Boland. Vic Putty is the trainer. First win on the season. Sergeant Slaughter's 11th win lifetime. 154-4. The ninth race payouts 3 Sergeant Slaughter, 390, 280, 220. 1 Gascoigne Sunday, 980 and 650, and 6 Joe DiMaggio, 770. $2 exactor, $39.90. Dollar try, 198.25. 20-cent high 5, 50, 100, and 52.85. $2 double, 26.30. Dollar pick 3, 118.50, and a 20-cent pick 4, 125.98. Ninth race order of finish from the top is a 291 573 864. That's 291 573 864 on the bottom. That concludes our program for this evening. Racing action resumes on Thursday, first dash 6:25 p.m. Buenas noches, amigos. Good night, everybody. Good night, Shanna.